To be in with a shot of winning the election, you need to have a great campaign which appeals to and engages the student body. We've asked our current sabbatical officers for some top tips as well. Keep watching to find out what they found useful during their campaigning. So what makes a great campaign? Stay tuned for some top tips. Tip number 1 is all about using your support network. See what VP Education Kevin has to say on using friends and family support during election season.
Speak to your friends and family. Find out which friend or which family member can support you mentally or even practically in terms of helping you message students, campaign strategies, and even help you running your campaign. It's super important to have people to support you because running a campaign can be quite challenging sometimes, so that support will be extremely important.
As Kevin said, running a campaign alone can be quite challenging. Make sure you have a good network around you. It's important that you have both people that can support you during the campaign, but also people that are there to talk after a long, hard day of campaigning when all you want to do is switch off. Tip number 2 from Luke is all about choosing the right people for the right job in your campaign team.
Have a team. Make sure you've got lots of people who will support you in your campaign. Make sure that they know your manifestos. When they're going out speaking to people, they're doing the same thing. They are convincing people within a few seconds that you're the right person to win.
Just like Luke said, make sure to utilise your friends' strengths. Test your ideas out on them too to see whether they're a good idea or not. If you've got a friend who's super in the know on the latest TikTok trend, see if they can help you out with your social media campaign. If you've got a chatterbox as a flatmate, see if they can help you with campaigning around campus. COVID restrictions allowing, of course. Tip number 3 is all about being social media savvy. First up, think about how your peers consume their content. What social media apps are they using? What are your course mates, your friends, and your flatmates using? How can you reach the most potential people? Try to create a brand for your promotional materials. This will enable students to identify you and your campaign. For example, use the same colours, fonts, and slogans on all your materials. Some of the biggest brands in the world are instantly recognisable by their logos. They don't even need to put the company name. Think about that while you're trying to create a brand for yourself and your campaign. Our current president ran a really successful campaign last year. The colour scheme, font, names and slogan were consistent across all campaign material. All candidates will be able to book an advice session with a professional graphic designer to help design your campaigning materials. Ellie created numerous videos to use in her campaign, both of herself and her peers. She reached out to people within the student body to support her in her campaign. Have a look at these amazing videos to see why people were supporting Ellie. Don't forget, if you're running for a sabbatical officer position, then a video editing service is available to you. You'll get all the details in the candidate pack.
I'm voting for Ellie because she's consistently worked hard to improve the student experience for all and has supported accessibility at UWS.
I'm voting for Ellie because she embodies kindness, diversity and has always strived for the betterment of student experience.
My name's Dan Hutchison and last year I was the Vice President of Education at UWS and Ellie was one of the best student activists we had. She set up more societies than anyone else could even imagine. She sat on our board, which meant as a student trustee she was there to look at the oversight, the strategic direction of the union and also help us with the strategy of where we wanted to take things. And those kind of skills aren't what you would normally get from an incoming sabbatical officer.
She's a powerhouse and she knows how to get things done.
I'm asking you to vote Ellie Gomersall #1 to be the next UWS student president.
Vote Ellie #1 to be our next student president.
Vote for Ellie #1 to be our next student president.
So vote Ellie #1. Thanks.
Tip number 4 is all about taking breaks and doing what works for you.
Make sure you take breaks. Campaigning can be exhausting, so make sure you know yourself and do what you need to restore so you can get back out there speaking to students.
Take Luke's advice, campaigning can be tough, so make sure to pace yourself and take breaks regularly, otherwise you may burn out. So to summarise, first up, use your friends, see what they can offer you and how they can support you during your campaign. Number 2 is all about choosing a great team to work around you. Make sure you utilise your friends' strengths, and work with what you've got. Number 3 is all about being social media savvy, and don't forget that the union can help you with graphic design and video support if you're running for a sabbatical role. Number 4 is about taking breaks and pacing yourself. Campaigning can be really tough and really long days. Whilst it's exciting, you also don't want to burn yourself out on day 1. So to summarise, 1, use your friends, 2, teamwork makes the dream work, 3, be social media savvy, and 4, take breaks and pace yourself. Don't forget that the union is here to support you as well, before, during and after campaigning. We'll be hosting election drop-in sessions and candidate information sessions, along with the support from external graphic designers and content experts. For all information on these sessions and the support available, please check out the candidate pack or the UWS Union website, uwsunion.org.uk/vote. Remember, these rules apply to yourselves and your campaign team. Make sure that everyone takes the time to read all the candidate information on the union website. The last thing to say is good luck.